Uh-huh. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Nope, not the right mic. Hey guys, just getting started here. Sorry, setting still. Nope, wrong button. Sorry for the way I look. I am desperately trying to wake up. Mhm. Okay. 1 2 1 2. Much better. All right. If you tuned in yesterday, I began drawing, just doodling, and today we're going to continue that just because I'm not worried about what I'm building at this point. I don't know if you've ever gotten to that artistic level of or a season of where you kind of just don't want to draw, you know? Everything that you do is, I guess, a productive act towards, staying alive and living your life. Uh, but you know that you need to draw and you just can't get to the table. And that's where I'm at. I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, if it goes any further, I will lose any reason to post or do this channel or any of this stuff because it would just be a disappointment to the people who follow me, of course you guys, and of course myself. But that's why I am doodling, because doodling is kind of like a fire starter, a jump start to the car in a sense, because what it does is allows my mind, at least, my mind, that's how far, to be free and just get energy and passion again. Man, I cut these gloves wrong. So we're just gonna go in here. I can wake up. Where's my coffee? Uno momento. Where's my iPad? Okay, 1 minute. I'm very unprepared right now. Sheesh. All right. There we go. YouTube. Ontology. Yeah. Anyways, how's y'all day been going? It's Sunday. Hopefully you're doing something fun. Why do I hear my voice? Did I lower the volume down? But if you're just tuning in, cheers. And my name is Josh, and I like to draw pictures. Oh, that's good. Oh, so good. All right. Turn my desk. Nah, that's not turn my desk. What kind of music you guys feeling like? 'Cause I need something. All right, so chill music. Here we go. Of course, I'm gonna have an ad. All right, sorry guys. Promise we're ready. let's draw. If you're new to the channel or you're just stopping by, hey, throw me a subscribe or like or something just to be like, hey, your Sunday tithe. Wouldn't it be funny if like pastors started asking for tithing as in follows and likes? Maybe that's better. That way there's no financial incentive to becoming a religious leader. Sorry, didn't mean to start off heavy this morning. Anyways, what are we looking at? We're looking at a mummy coming back to life. I wanted to play with some different styles and work with my line work and kind of just do this. All my lines are kind of flowing this direction in order to give, because I'm going to have light coming here, and it's going to be kind of like all these different mummies popping out of the ground and stuff or whatever. And the light, I want to kind of have that dusty, sandy, light, shadowy stuff going on. Now, have I already ruined that possibility? Maybe, with all these heavies, darks and shadows, and not putting rays already here or in other areas. But hey, you know what? Like I said, it's a doodle, and when you doodle, you don't care. All right. And of course, I'm off the page. Anyways, thanks for the like, whoever that was. You know, here in the United States, I don't know if any of you guys have been aware, it's been kind of chaotic, kind of a wild one for both people's living here and politics and scandals and conspiracies and not and such. It's kind of a hectic time, I want to say. But if you're under that kind of stress, and as I am too, don't get me, because I am a big justice, freedom fighter kind of character guy in my own personal life, and when I see injustices go on, especially in my own country, kicks me up a notch. So, in order to maintain from losing my mind, art is probably the greatest tool that I think the universe gives the creative human. You. So, camera, would you please chill out? So if you have, ooh, this is better. This is like more if you have these worries, if you have these stresses because of the situation and whatnot, just remember you can draw it out. There are some amazing artists, and I mean amazing artists, who did political drawings back in the 60s and 50s even, and you get them all the way up to the early 2000s. I think they started disappearing. With some of the magazine companies disappearing, you lose artists' ability to shine in the political realm. But there's a lot of good comic strip artists, When I was growing up, you did newspapers, and the newspapers, you'd flip to the back and you'd have like a crossword puzzle, word search, and a comic strip. And my favorite was Dilbert. Was it Dilbert? I like Calvin and Hobbes, but that wasn't really, I didn't really read that in the newspapers. If you haven't read Calvin and Hobbes, it is the greatest comic strip ever, and will always be. It's the intelligent Dumb and Dumber of comic strips. It's genius. It's the best. I own almost all of the collection due to my lovely wife, who gave it to me for a gift. Great gift. But anyways, if you're lost for energy to draw or care, about your life, just stick it. Grab a piece of paper, take it to work, doodle, 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 doodle. here when I was drawing it? No, no, I sure didn't. Nor do I care now at this moment, but I'm creating, and I want to be in the flow. Get away from the world. Try it sometimes, or try it all the time. Maybe you're better at it than I am, actually. But we gotta try. We gotta work with it. I need more coffee. More coffee is needed to draw. So it is an Egyptian character with mummies, obviously, and the priest. You know what? Maybe we'll just start off with the priest. Maybe that's more visually fun to work on. Ooh. Okay, well, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Ah, success. I'm using kneaded erasers as my putty, and I use kneaded erasers on everything because they're easy to pull off of stuff, and they're also just like, you can use it to stick paper on the wall, or you can fill in cracks. I'm using it right now to putty this this guy. His name is Leonard. Leonard Skinnerd. Leonard is his name. Just named him just now. I looked at you guys and I was like, I'm gonna name him Leonard. Anyways, I 3D printed him, and I'm using, if you see his shoulder, that's what I'm trying to show you. One is smooth, one is not. And the putty is the smooth part. I may get some clay and actually do a legitimate clay outline of the right side of him, and then start painting him and kind of having him have Lenny kind of be like, you know, half muscle and half skin, so I can have the shadows correctly, because it's really nice. Look, these kind of figures, look at the light. Look at that. You can see that his shoulders lit up with a good highlight, and that his back goes into a fade, but his shoulder blades have a darker outline to it. But look at this, especially in good lighting, you can get some really dynamic. Look at that. That's pretty good. Anywho, get yourself one. I might start. I might create my own version, because he doesn't have all the muscles I need to see to draw with. I mean, it's kind of strangely designed. His rib cage is like gills, like a fish. Anywho, yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I lost all train of thought because it's too early in the morning and I haven't had my breakfast. Oh my gosh. Sorry for the noise spikes when they happen. Brandon Begg? Oh my gosh. Sanu? Hi. Hey Brandon, what's up? What you doing? Shouldn't you be working right now? Anyways. I'm glad you joined. I've been thinking about you, Brandon. Like, what's Brandon doing? Where's he at? Want to check out your new hotel? Yeah, that's right. You should throw the link of your hotel up here, of your shops, so that when people travel to Korea, they know where to go. How late are you, John? John, you have made it. John has made it. You are not late at all. I have just begun, literally. Well, usually I can tell the time of when I started. I don't know when I started, but it was about 15 minutes ago, and maybe 16 minutes ago or something. Yeah. Anywho. Yeah. Your little smiley face. There we go. Aha! You made it. All right, so let's get back on this guy who made the mistake of joining the wrong ritual to participate in. I imagine he's like the main priest, and he's like the guy who was just doing the magic part, and he got screwed over, and now he's about to get eaten, I guess. I'm still trying to figure out why I'm scared of mummies. I don't think mummies are very scary. Like, even if it's running at me, it's a pile of bones. You feel me? You know what I mean? Punch straight to the chest should shatter the entire structure of the skeleton figure. Because if there's no muscle holding it together, then it's purely just bones, right? And that magic has to be pretty strong to hold all those bones together, if that's the case. So I used to do a lot of cartoon work when I was younger, and no Ashley's. Oh, I just promoted the place. Crap. Used to do a lot of cartoon work and stuff when I was younger, and high school and stuff, and university and whatever. Well, not really university, just mainly high school. The styles wasn't like this at all, though. My style was more like, here, I have a doodle up here that's kind of more like this kind of style, and then I would do like this. It still has the sharp features as this guy, but yeah. This was more my style, because what I would do is have a more of a smoother edges. I wouldn't be so sharp. I'd have a few sharp edges, but I like to put a lot of mechanical things in there, even if they're not correctly or atomically correct kind of looks, but it's just fun either way. Okay, that's me getting on the doodle side of things. Monkey machine holding a banana. Or a machine turning into a monkey holding a banana, wondering whether or not the machine should have a banana, but it has a crave of a banana. But it's a machine. I don't know. Cowboy here was just me trying to figure out how to draw a longer face and practice this style of eyeballs and things of that nature. And then this is just I'm drawing from still life, someone sitting beside me, and try to do it right. But when people move around, it's hard to remember what the wrinkles and the fabric was doing. So if you just miss out on that kind of stuff, then you're not good at like remembering. Me, I can't remember. It just makes the people look goofy. I got lucky here though, because she stayed in position pretty good. Anyways. That's the only way I can get through classes. I was taking a class, and I was just I was in class with all the other student stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to draw, because I can't pay attention to this lady talking without like having my mind stimulated with something, and it works that way for me. That's how I was growing up, and it has not changed. All right. So I've been working on this last this last month and a half has been kind of hectic, but I've been working on my board game, and I have a card game that was successful on Kickstarter, and um, it's still running. My card game still sells and does well. Not well, I can't say it does well because it's not been marketed very well by me, but it does well enough for the fact that my artist buddy and myself created it out of thin air. His genius ability to create these animated cartoon-like gritty heavy metal meets Mad Magazine style look. It's like Ren and Stimpy gone messy. I don't know. It is a very cool style, but we created this card game, and it's great. It's fantastic. But we realized that card games are such a niche thought of gaming. It's like not everybody likes card games. A lot of people don't. In fact, that's why you only find very passionate people with those kind of things. Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, things of this nature. Whereas board games is obviously more collective for families and kids and pretty much everybody. So that was our fault. We went to the card game because when we got into the system, we joined Discord, and Discord has all these different groups, and we didn't know anything about Discord at the time. We were just told to get it, and we got it. And as artists, we're like trusting everybody. We're like, oh yeah, this is a great idea too, and blah blah blah. And then we find out that we were just in the wrong Discord group where people were not very helpful, more of a tear down system like mentality. And it forced us into, well, it didn't force us, but it kind of influenced us to go different routes of creating the game more for trading card gamers rather than the actual card battle game it was. So now that I'm returning to it, we're trying to go back to our original thing and ignore everyone's advice that we had before and go back to the original plan, which is much more fun and it's much more friendly. And for a board game, it's going to be even better because you're able to have this world of solo playing like a board game, but then when your family wants to join in, they can just jump in. There's no rule hindering this very fun, fast-paced battle game. Oh, okay, Brandon. Good night, homie. But yeah, so I've been working on that game and really struggling to. We figured out most of the mechanics now. It's just the art. And man, is there an ad every 12 seconds on this? Jeez. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. If you have anything you want to say or chat or ask, feel free. Yeah. I don't know what I'm drawing right there. Whoops. I don't know. That's me. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to finish this side of him first. Also, I am using a pen called the Zebra. It is from somebody in Japan. It's Japanese. I don't know. I know nothing of it. But if you see a pen like this on Amazon, just type in Zebra, brush pen, whatever. This is a brilliant. I love this thing. Like, it is my all-time favorite pen. Beautiful. It just draws so smoothly, and it's so fine. I can do so fine of work. Look at this. Do some super fine work. Look at that. It's so good. It's hard to find a good marker pen that I can move into the brush pen without like just being heavy lines all the time. And this stays fine, you know. These manga artists, they know what they're doing. So, do you guys watch cartoons at all? I'm curious. I'm a 40-year-old man watching. What is this? What was this show? I was watching something the other day. Oh, Sakamoto Days. It's an anime. Very good one at that. I think Dan Da Dan is better, but I've been starting to watch anime because I've been looking for the story element of continuing an everlasting story, and Japanese anime is prime for that. They are the best. I mean, Dragon Ball Z or One Piece stand as a testament to never-ending stories that just keep kids and keep people going. You know, that's impressive, and that's what I want to kind of create with this whole biblical readaptation, and jazz and stuff. So, studying, I'm just wondering if any of you guys watch it, and what do you watch? You know, what have you liked? What do you think is good? Trying to get some recommendations for good stories. Primal, I started watching Primal. That's really fun. Not much dialogue, but visual storytelling to the max. This is hard. I hate this camera setup. So sometimes when I'm drawing the neck, I try to avoid drawing the neck at every chance I can, actually. Every chance I try to avoid doing the neck. The neck is quite annoying. So, but when you do have to do the neck, there's some easy rules. There's only really two muscles here. You got this one here, the sternocleidomastoid, which if I can do it, can't even show you. You know what, I'm just gonna make the video. I'm gonna finish this video. I'm gonna post it soon. Forgive me for not posting the neck video. I don't know who asked me to do it, but one of you guys watching did, and I made it. I just need to post it. Anyways, when you're drawing it, I like to take the Adam's apple and then go from the top of the Adam's apple and create somewhat of a shadow that generates that neck muscle. So all this will be black, so I can just black areas. And this will be black too, of course. Actually, most of him is going to be shaded in because the light's coming from behind him. Most of this will be lit up, and most of his face will be shadowed and detailed and stuff. Then we'll move on to these mummies in the back. Forget what symbols. I don't care. Oh, I do need insurance though. Oh, that was good. All right, homie guys. So they're shirtless and they have these gigantic necklaces. That's fashion for you. I don't know what's going on with their skirts here. Can you see that? Look at these skirts. But shirtless men, top. Women have great dresses. I think we're going to take from... I'm trying to avoid drawing his chest, honestly. I just don't want to draw because he's... Just don't want to draw it. I'm trying to look for a shirt. The guy with the shirt on. Nobody's got shirts on. You're killing me. Bunch of shirtless men just running around Egypt. I mean, it's probably pretty hot, but then I would still cover up. Not really sure why I gave him a Sorry guys, 1 second. Have a semi-important job to do. Okay, sorry guys. I have a lot of work today, apparently. I have to go to work today. Life. That sucks. You know, okay, so right now at the moment we are working on him, the priest. All right. Just putting in the shadows a little bit to build out what I'm supposed to be seeing here. Should have thought of that beforehand, I suppose. Okay, yeah, doing the hand is going to be tough because I made a mistake of drawing this line too far left, and I should have cut it off right here so he could have came down in a join. But now I have to work this angle, and it makes his hand look all skinny and scrawny because I'm a goof. But luckily, you can always extend things like this, and you're like, how can you do that? Well, I'll show you. I mean, art is mainly about covering your mistakes, right? We all know that. It's about how well you cover your mistakes. And I think I'm pretty good at it. Mm-hmm. Ow. Okay. Think about it. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So as you can see, I'm kind of moving over to his arm here. Yeah. And I am, as I'm going, I'm trying to figure out how to create this more realistic version of this more, I guess, appealing shading of his arm. As I'm doing this and creating this, trying to make up for my mistake of making his arm too skinny, um, it's adjusting my entire drawing a little bit because my shading styles will have to change on him to match this style, since this is more prominent. To have this kind of be this way and this not look this way, it'll, you know, at least his whole body should be kind of shaded in a similar manner. But I'll try to keep it as much this as possible. Sure, there's a way. Wait a minute, man. Sorry, guys. My work is calling, like messaging me, trying to get me to work and stuff. So. Okay. What am I doing? What was I doing? Arm. Arm. Okay, you know what? This music thing is ridiculous. I need to find a legitimate stream that doesn't have ads every 5 minutes. See what I mean by not? Do you understand by not looking right? It doesn't match the rest of him. It's just off. Blah. But the thing about ink is ink covers up whatever's underneath it. So oftentimes you can overdo all the drawing and it might actually work out, and that's what I'm hoping here is the overdoing of it will salvage my mistakes. See how it looks on screen. Ooh, it looks rough. I made it worse. It's okay. This is a doodle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Meant to just be. Yeah. any of you guys ever been to Egypt? I was showing my wife the other day, 'cause we were watching some kind of Discovery thing, and Egypt was on. I was showing her. They showed the 6 pyramids of Giza. Right, there's 3, the big ones, and then there's like three or 4 on the small side, on the side, the Queen's tombs. And I mentioned this before. I was like, I pointed out which one I actually climbed, because I was able to pay a guide or a guard or whatever he was to climb it. And it's interesting because the Queen's tombs stones are far more small, and they're not very well kept at all. But the big pyramids, they also aren't very well kept at all. But their stones are like, you have to like climb on each stone, where the Queen's tombs, their stones are much smaller, where it's just like a big step up. It's like a really big, staircase kind of thing. But it's kind of fascinating because it's been there for so long and so like old. But then when like you look at this, the stone itself, it has a lot of like ocean creatures, seashells and stuff like that in it. And so it means that they've been transporting these stones and liquids and stuff like that, and mud and all that stuff, from somewhere where there's a lot of water. And you assume it's the Nile, and it could be the Nile. It very much could be the Nile. It's just when you're there, you don't think of water being so accessible. Sailed the Nile, though. It was really nice. Very cold. Thought I was going to die. Very, very fun. But if you ever get to go, definitely check out their museum. I heard they have a new museum that's supposed to be epic, and I definitely want to check that out. Yeah. I like that little mustache thing going on, or whatever this is. More ads on this one too. Ads everywhere. So this is where the arm messes me up because it's so dark, and this light shadow is coming from this direction hitting this way. This doesn't make sense, so I have to actually bend the light a little bit towards this by creating a darker shadow here, or creating more shadows here, to where this becomes the dark side and this is the light side. Kind of closed in his eye a little bit too much. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. Well, so far, I have a lot much more darker person than the person on the right. Hmm. Can't have him skinny and buff. You know, these guys were definitely not eating the best in the world, I'm sure. All right, so his arm goes here, shoulders here. You have the collarbone here. We'll just darken all that in. Okay, and then just adding a reminder that the shadow's going on here. Chest comes down. Chest is here. Okay. Anyways, it's been about an hour, so we're closing in on the end of this Doodle stream. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get ready to go to work anyways, but I just want to say thank you for watching this stream. I hope you are enjoying it, but also don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other stuff. But yeah, comment and let me know what you think. And I'll try to be doing this. I'm getting into the routine. That's what this is for, is routine building. Gotta stop making excuses why I can't draw or why I shouldn't draw or something. I think I'm my worst enemy, you know? So. Okay, and then we have, let's lower this a little bit. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Okay, well, this is today's live stream. If I can move it over, let you see my homeboy here, bringing back the mummies, bringing back the dead, which is a very curious thought, if that's even possible. You know, be nice if it was. Be nice if it was. I think the idea that the person coming back to life would be evil is a little bit of a movie trope, because no logical understanding would say that if someone did come back, they would just have this evil intent or anger. You know, I think they would just start off as a child again, mentally like having to learn everything, kind of Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster style. But if you bring back a mummy, obviously you're gonna have to bring it back with witchcraft and spells of some sort, or some kind of religious spells, and then maybe that's attached to an evil intent. I don't know, but it still doesn't make sense. It's not like anyone's casting spells really to do evil intent unless they're evil people. So I don't know. I mean, why would this guy be bringing back a mummy anyway that doesn't have flesh? Like, it's not like he missed her good looks or his. I guess it is evil intent, I suppose. Then you want this mummy to come back and like fight for you? I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you always, of course, and you're my favorite kind of people. I hope you have a great Sunday. It's a beautiful day in Los Angeles. I don't know where you're at, but if it's cold, stay warm, stay cool, stay dry, and not cool, stay warm, stay chill. No, I guess cool could work. Anyways, yeah, and I'll be posting videos soon. Hopefully I'll get back and edit it and post it by tonight or tomorrow. So if you're creative, go create.